From BigHMW.com, home headquarters at Bishop Park, this is the Atari Report, 5200 edition with Ray Jackson.
Good evening, everybody. On this edition of the Atari Report, we go way back to the early days of homebrewing. From 2002 comes a game that Phoenix fans might somewhat be proud of, Castle Blast for the Atari 5200 SuperSystem.
Yes, indeed, that's right. Castle Blast for the Atari 5200 SuperSystem, which is basically based on the fifth and final stage of Phoenix in the arcades, of course, and for the Atari 2600. It's a pretty good game, I gotta tell you that much. I gotta tell you, for a simple game like this, it's pretty good. If you're a fan of Phoenix, the arcade game, or the 2600 version, you'll be a fan of Castle Blast as well as you know how to play it in that case. But yeah, as you can see here, all you have to do is break down the castle here, to break down the shield for the castle, so that way you'll be able to blast the castle itself in the center here. Yes, much like the arcade version of Phoenix, but you get a little distracted though by these invader UFOs and things like that. More on those later on as we go along here. But you see how simple it is almost. It's almost too simple. I mean, I gotta tell you, it's a good game, graphics-wise and everything else like that. There's the enemy ship, in which I wanted to talk about earlier. However, it comes out to a variant of the 5200 version of Pac-Man, it seems like, as it goes across the screen. I mean, at least something original would have been nice, of course. Because, after all, we all know it better as the 5200 opening of Pac-Man and for the Atari 8-bit computers as well. But as you can see here, you keep blasting away. Just like on Phoenix, the fifth stage, you got a belt you got to contend with as well as those enemy bombs coming down at you. And every once in a while there'll be a new enemy coming up on you from the side. All you have to do to destroy it is pretty much hit the joystick fire button and go move the joystick left or right, depending on which direction you want to go to. But yeah, it's almost too simple of a game and too repetitive, I gotta tell you, but I do like it. Basically, it's fun for kids. It's good. It's easy to understand, and everything else like that. But like I said, it's a little bit too simple. I mean, I could get to wave after wave after wave on this thing, and pretty much go unscathed. I mean, it's almost as easy as Space Invaders, and obviously, it's easier than Phoenix in the fifth stage. We know that, but I gotta tell you, I like this game, but I gotta give it a thumb and a half, or because, like I said, it's too repetitive, too simple. It's great for kids, though. It's great for kids if you want to get them up on the video gaming and things like that, the classic games. But yeah, there you go, to the theme of Pac-Man for the 8-bit computers. All right, and the UFO coming on by there. Oh, it just missed right there, but yeah. That's what I think of it. It's almost too simple. I mean, you know, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, you keep blasting away, and here's an enemy ship coming by this way to your right. Now, in order, yeah, just like that, you move the fire, you hit the fire button and move the joystick in the direction in which you want to fire to, in order to be able to eliminate those side creatures that are coming by, much like those monsters in the 2600 arcade game, the 2600 game from Apollo Space Cavern in a way. So it kind of combines the elements of Phoenix and Space Cavern all in one, with the side enemies coming by just like in Space Cavern, and of course the fifth stage of Phoenix. There's that UFO again, I gotta tell you. I mean, look at this, it's almost like too easy. I gotta give it about a thumb and a half, or maybe a thumb on this case. It's a great program, and I think whoever programmed it has a bright future in the video gaming industry as far as, you know, learning how to put out games for vintage systems like this. But this one is not bad for an initial voyage. But it's like, it's too repetitive, I gotta tell you. But just watch for yourself. I mean, this is a great game if you're a kid, or if you're starting out in the gaming thing. Here's the enemy again. Yep, blasted him again. But that time I got my butt kicked. But yeah, I gotta admit, like I said, too easy. Yep, that's all I have to say there. But anyhow, it's a good game. Oh, and did I mention also that it has a great audio soundtrack at the end and at the beginning of this particular game? I gotta tell you, it's like I said, it's too simple, but I like the music in it. I mean, I think the music stands out in its own way. And if you're an 80s gamer, I'm sure you'd love the music in this particular game as far as the opening and game over screens are concerned. But that's a highlight for me. That's why I give it about a thumb and a half up. I gotta tell you, like I said, it's almost too simple. Oh, and by the way, also, did I forget to mention that you can pick this up at the Atari Age online store? Of course, you click on the link down below. It'll take you right to the online store, and you can pick up a copy of Castle Blast to play for yourself. I mean, Albert Urusso and all the guys at Atari Age are ready to help you with all your vintage gaming needs. And I gotta tell you, it's a pretty good game there. But like I said, it's a little simple, but she is a great game for whoever programmed it in the first place back in 2002. And don't forget, this was the early days of home brewing. And yeah, I gotta tell you, things have changed quite a bit in the last 20 years since this game came out. So try it today.
Well, guys, what do you think? I got to tell you, for 2002 was a great port back then, and it's kind of a crossover of Phoenix and Space Cavern in a way, but it's almost like too simple, too repetitive. I mean, basically it's the same thing over and over again. It's kind of like Space Invaders in a way. But I got to say, though, for a 2002 port, it's well worth it and things like that. I normally give 1 thumb up or 2 thumbs up or something like that in games. But I gotta give it a thumb and a half considering how fun it is and how easy it is to play as well. Good for kids, good for a lot of people. If you want to buy the cartridge for yourself, you go to the Atari Age online store. Albert Urusso and the guys at Atari Age are right there to help you out with all your vintage gaming needs. Highly recommended. I gotta tell you though, it's a little too simple for some people, but I like it anyways. Phoenix fans would be proud to have this in their lineup. And why not? Well, that's game over for this edition of the Atari Report. So for all of us here at BigHMW.com World Headquarters, I'm Ray Jackson wishing you good gaming and good night.